In the horrific events of the 20th century, there are few events more horrifying than the Holodomor, also known as the Terror Famine. It was the genocide perpetrated by Stalin's communist regime against the Ukrainian nation, the most lethal action being the Great Famine of 1932 and 1933. Stalin and his followers were determined to teach the Ukrainian people a lesson they would not forget. Tens of thousands of Ukraine's Christian intellectuals, spiritual, and cultural leaders were arrested, some subjected to show trials and executed, most sent to prison labor camps, often resulting in death. Many of Ukraine's best farmers and community leaders, along with their families, were banished to remote territories, where many perished. Of those remaining, many resisted and staged fierce rebellions against the imposition of collectivization, which would transfer not only their property but their independence to the state. However, even though most eventually relented, Stalin's government not only continued to increase quotas in Ukraine, but imposed severe new restrictions on travel in search of food, blockaded entire villages from receiving food, fuel, or other necessities, and repeatedly sent out brigades of activists to raid rural households and remove anything edible. Rural Ukraine, in essence, became a vast concentration camp. In June of 1933, at the height of the alarm, 28,000 Christian men, women, and children in Ukraine were dying of starvation each day. The land that was known worldwide as the breadbasket of Europe was being ravaged by a man-made famine of unprecedented scale. While millions of people in Ukraine and in the mostly ethnically Ukrainian areas of the northern Caucasus were dying, the Jewish communist leadership in Russia was denying the famine and exporting enough grain from Ukraine to have fed the entire population. For 50 years, surviving generations were forbidden to speak of it, until the Soviet Union was near collapse.